Yes, this is a question which many people pose. You know there are many ways I could answer, but I usually suggest the following means or following criteria. I cannot go into detail now, but I would like to say that only orthodoxy, or I should say more broadly, only Christianity, but really I mean orthodoxy, has objective arguments that testify to its divine origin. Therefore, we ought to ask this person, if this person is representative of another religion, on what basis do you think your religion has a divine origin? This ought to be a proper conversation. Why do you think that it has a divine origin? That is divine, which means true, as where there is God, there is truth. And we have to look at the basis which Christianity offers and know these arguments. And then there really can be a good, decent and convincing conversation. And we can show how Christianity is true because we have arguments to prove its divine origin. With regards to there being one and the same God everywhere, that is a serious mistake. And this is what the mistake is. A mistake that drives people insane. What is this mistake? That God is of course one. But He is a spirit. People sense that God exists. They have felt it throughout history. This feeling has existed throughout history. But look how this feeling has been expressed. In what images? It turns out that this feeling of God is expressed by mirroring the human condition. And so we see that there is a plurality of gods. They have divided into many gods. And often to a god, or the gods, have been attributed such features that make them repellent. Look at the image of the Hindu goddess Kali. You could go mad from fear. Well, that's what I think. Often these gods are delineated with genuine aspects of Satanism. So you see, is this really belief in God? St. Paul writes, I desire not that you worship demons, but God. Who is he writing this to? The pagans who believed in gods. He even calls them demons. So we have to understand that we are worshipping all people of various religions, not God, but that image of God which a particular religion offers. A particular religion. So the question arises with ever more force and responsibility. Where is the image of God? Which of them is more faithful or true, divine, given from God? Christianity has arguments which demonstrate that Jesus Christ, whom St. Paul calls directly the image of the Father. You hear? He calls him directly. And he does this several times, you note, so that Jesus Christ is this true incarnation of God. It is He, Christ, who has given us the true understanding of God. That is, the image which is given us in Christ is a true image. And therefore, in following this image, we are granted a likeness to God. We are assimilated to God. So we have to answer this question. You see, what arguments? We don't worship one and the same God. There are thousands of images of gods, and in each religion people worship their image of a god, but not the one God. We can only bow down before an image. You hear? I repeat. Every religion has its image of God, so that I am clear. And in Christianity, we worship the image of God. Which God? Jesus Christ. And He, this image, has all the foundations and objective arguments so that we can all really see that, yes, Christianity truly has a divine origin. Not because we believe, but because there are objective arguments. Because we could believe in whatever you like, as sacred taught us even. You see, we can believe in anything we like. We are speaking of objective arguments. That's why, if we approach the question in this way, I think one can be interested and ask, what are these arguments, and become convinced and become a Christian? And understand that it is only in Christianity that we can actually find the true God.